Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're okay and managing with all that life is throwing at you and everyone else at the moment. But if you are struggling, please remember it's okay too. It's really important that we look after ourselves at the moment. My thoughts and prayers are with you, and God knows what you're going through. I have been keeping an eye on the news at the moment, as I'm sure most people have. But it's not the coronavirus updates that have caught my attention. It's the events in Myanmar. After the first contested elections happened in 2015, following the military takeover in 1962, there was another election in October last year in 2020. And it's this one that the government who won that was currently in place, but the military is now contesting as being fraudulent. I think most of us would agree that a liberal democracy is a good thing for the world. I mean, we have that style of leadership here in the UK. We vote who is in power, and the actions really of the military in Myanmar are worrying signs of a repeated bad history. But it got me thinking about how I see my relationship with God. Is that relationship like a democracy that I respect in our own government? Or is it more of a dictatorship? If God was a dictator, I suppose that would mean that he would tell me what I could and couldn't do. He would punish me for doing the wrong things. He would control so that his views and desires were met with no regard of my own. If this was so, I'd be forever fearful, I suppose, of putting a step wrong, messing up, and likely to feel like I was just another puppet in the play. It isn't, unfortunately, too hard to find passages in our Bible to represent God in this kind of way. So, do we see evidence of God being more of a democratic leader? I mean, that would mean that I would have the choice to follow him or not. I would have choices about the way I live. Right and wrong may be a little bit more complicated than the black and white view. I'd be able to respond, to express my own views, concerns and debate and intercede for others. It would value others as well as myself. I would still be held accountable for my actions, just as God would. This, I guess, is what we see in Jesus. A leader that was not afraid to debate or discuss, to be alongside and listen to others, and to give others before himself. Where does this leave me? Well, I know Christians on either of these camps, and some that sit in both of them. Is God the Father one example and the Son the other? Does it matter? Will we ever know? I'm not really sure what the answer is, but I do know that Jesus taught a lot about love and forgiveness, of grace and mercy. And so these are the things of truth that I hold on to as I continue to journey through the other hard questions of life. My peace I give to you, Jesus said. And so it is my prayer that for you this week, that you may know God's peace and wholeness a little more in your own life. Amen.